It is great to have you back here at Coin Lady channel. A look at the mathematics of buyback from Ripple's Chief Tech Officer. The forthcoming repurchase of the cryptocurrency is something that David Schwart, Chief Technology Officer of Ripple, has some thoughts about. According to Bloomberg, the firm made $11.3 billion from this investment, which is called a tender offer. However, these investors are limited to selling no more than 6 of their holdings to cover taxes and the cost of converting restricted stock units into shares. There has been talk of a possible buyback of Ripple's shares, according to anonymous sources reported by Reuters, and a few days ago, Chief Technology Officer David Schwart brought it up, and now rumors are circulating that Ripple will be repurchasing shares from its early investors and staff, with an estimated $285 million being the entire price of the repurchase. An estimated $500 million will be required to cover the repurchase. The United States regulatory environment is notoriously complex. Ripple has no plans to go public anytime soon. The value of Ripple's cryptocurrency has dropped after the company decided against doing an initial public offering, IPO, but the company does plan to increase the frequency with which it buys back its own shares in the near future to compensate investors. A long Twitter thread has been started by the corporation regarding its plan to buy back its own stock. An ex-developer of Ripple, Matt Hamilton, is dubious that the firm will gain anything by becoming public. Since most businesses get their funding through initial public offerings, he thinks the corporation will fail to reap any benefits from this strategy. Hamilton thinks it would have a little functional impact and that Ripple can survive without a funding round, according to Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple's CEO. The opinion of Hamilton is shared by Garlinghouse. According to its financial statements, the firm has over $25 billion worth of cryptocurrencies, with the majority of that value being XRP, as well as over $1 billion in cash. Monetary money. One user wanted to know why Ripple was repurchasing shares in such a lively market. Chief Technical Officer David Schwart said it was because workers valued a way to quickly sell their stock options. This being the case, there is no compelling need for it to consist of publicly traded shares. And when people wonder why Ripple is repurchasing shares in such a liquid market. In a resounding rejection of the assumption, David Schwart argued that the market is not attractively liquid. While discussing the poor price performances of XRP and XLM, Tim brought up the point that privately held company stocks don't have adequate liquidity in the market, spread out over a long time. Speculation that external forces are manipulating the value of Ripple's cryptocurrency, Stellar XLM, has been dismissed by Ripple's Chief Technical Officer. However, Schwartz argued that token prices are reasonable since they have already factored in all of the potential uncertainty. This perception has arisen in response to David Schwartz's long-held opinions on digital currencies. Just like stock prices rise and fall in unison, he went on to argue, most digital asset prices do the same. He made a connection between the Pepsi-Coke rivalry and the value of digital assets. His theory was that their stock prices would rise and fall in lockstep with how the public saw the cola market. From his vantage point as the company's chief technologist, he believes that the digital asset market is generally dictated by factors that impact the majority of digital assets in the same way. Even though digital assets can move and sink over time, he brought out the fact that XRP seems to be lagging behind market moves in general by saying that it is ironic that digital asset values tend to move in synchrony. Dana stressed how radically different the percentage movement of XRP is. To illustrate his point, he used specific trade pairings like XRP/BTC, where XRP percentage changes were at odds with market trends. After that, Ripple's CTO requested that the critic examine the XRP/XLM trading pair, since, according to the data, the two coins have frequently moved in tandem in response to similar circumstances and occurrences. The price fluctuations of XRP and XLM have been the subject of criticism from another XRP advocate. They just can't get their heads around the fact that the two digital assets price movements are highly correlated. They have no idea what I'm talking about. This is due to the fact that XRP and XM share a similar background. The commenter suggests that the intensity of the bond raises the possibility of intentionality. Accordingly, XRP and XM values are affected by, because of the parallels in their pasts, the exogenous factors are deliberate actions. Many investors confuse XRP and XLM according to research. According to Ripple's chief tech officer, what this means is that problems with one asset will show up in the other asset. He went on to say that the same people often buy and sell both types of assets. According to this person, there is no manipulative or malicious force that makes people obey. In my opinion, this is just absurd if I demand a response. David Schwartz finally came to the conclusion after considerable thought that he couldn't understand the relationship between the XRP and XLM values. But influences said that XRP and XLM are affected by the same market variables that impact other cryptocurrencies. This was his answer to a question. Bloomberg recently featured an interview with Steve, who is the chief investment officer of Valkyrie. Steve was upbeat about the company's prospects for the future. Meeting attendees mostly wanted to confirm that, as previously mentioned, businesses who applied for a Bitcoin space at TF would indeed be able to start trading on Thursday, January 11. This is due to the fact that Bitcoin spot exchange traded funds have been certified by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. A Bloomberg journalist was wondering when other cryptocurrencies will have access to investment vehicles similar to those of other cryptocurrencies. In light of the present situation, he gave a subtle hint that XRP could undergo a transition when discussing this topic, comparable to the one that was already mentioned. Here's the thing. In response to the Valkyrie executive's prediction of a deluge of applications for ETFs built on the Ethereum platform, analysts updated the scenario, and one of Grayscale's publicly traded trusts used XRP as an example. In addition, he expressed his excitement in Grayscale's XRP capabilities. In a recent tweet by LNR Tourette, a pro-crypto news writer for Fox News, the CEO of Valkyrie made a pointed reference to the 2021 Crypto Basic story about Grayscale's reinstatement of XRP to its digital bid cap fund. He mentioned that Grayscale had recently included XRP in one of their publicly traded trusts, so it would not be surprising to see XRP or Ethereum spot exchange traded funds floating about. In response to a formal complaint from the SEC, Grayscale chose to cut ties with XRP. To express your appreciation, please like and comment on this video. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye for now.